RCB lost the eliminator to the Rajasthan Royals. They celebrated a bit too early. What do you think, Chokli fans? Hey, Mr. Vada Pav couldn't even reach the playoffs. Well, what about credit stealer Dhobi? Are the Dhobi fans happy now that he's been hitting sixes, but yet again he couldn't make his side qualify for the playoffs? And who won? It is that jealous Gautam Gambhir, who's jealous of Virat Kohli. And we all know why he won, right? Because he's from the BJP, the ruling party. So Jai Shah and the BCCI arranged it for him. Can you relate a bit to this? I'm sure you can, because this is what Indian fans are talking of, right? We are all Virat Kohli fans, Rohit Sharma fans, MS Dhoni fans, Gautam Gambhir fans, but very few of us are still Indian cricket fans. Because the way we behave nowadays on social media, the way we troll the other sides, the other players, if I'm a Mumbai Indians fan, I'd enjoy watching Virat Kohli fail. If I'm a RCB or Virat Kohli fan, I'd enjoy watching Mumbai Indians fail, and especially Rohit Sharma fail to score runs. Similarly, if I do not like the CSK or MS Dhoni, I'd like to see MS Dhoni fail badly. And the list goes on. I'm not saying that all fans are like this, but this is the kind of fans who are on the social media now, who are coming at the forefront. And this is a very disturbing trend in my opinion. Because the fact is that who do these players represent? They represent India. They are all Indian players. And even if they weren't, the fact is that every player wants to do well for their side. They've been purchased by the side. They are being paid by the side. Even if you fans get an opportunity to play for a side, regardless of where you belong to, even if it's not a side that represents the place where you originally are from, you would want to do your best, right? And no one would expect trolling as a result. But this is what has happened. The fan bases have turned so toxic that everyone is now either a Viratian, a Rohitian, an MSDian, but very few are true Indian cricket fans anymore. And while it's amazing, it's great to be fans of big players, but it doesn't mean that one has the right to criticize, to spread hate, or troll the other players who do not belong to their side. I think this has been one of the big downsides of the IPL, along with many others that I'll be coming to. So tell me one thing, did you all like the 2024 edition of the IPL? Was it good? Did you like the big sixes? Did you like the fours? Did you like the 260s, 270s and 280s, almost 290 being scored? Did you like the possibility of 300 being breached in T20 cricket? Isn't it amazing? No, it's not, I'm sorry. Because in my opinion, real cricket has been consistently and very, very systematically finished by the BCCI and the IPL. What classic cricket was is something entirely different. Cricket is a game of bat and ball. Therefore, there must be some contest between the bat and the ball. But now the bowlers are completely rendered useless. The bowlers are just like bowling machines who are just coming, bowling and waiting to get hit for sixes. And eventually the side that isn't able to hit as many sixes as the other loses. Right? So it's just a game of muscle power. You come as a batter, you're just slogging. Every ball you're just swinging your bat. And you see how many sixes you're able to hit in those 120 deliveries. And the side that is able to smash the ball more often than the other is ultimately the winner. While the bowler gets nothing out of it. Literally nothing. This is how the game has been, especially this year. And more so in the last few years. Which is why true cricket fans, I'm sure, would be very, very disappointed the way I am. Because whatever the IPL is, it's not a sport. It's certainly not a sport. It is just an entertainment program and it must be treated that way. Gone are the days when we used to wake up early in the morning at 5 to watch those amazing test series taking place in Australia. Boxing Day Test, India versus Australia, Zaheer Khan bowling with the new ball, or maybe Mitchell Starc bowling with the new ball, Murli Vijay and Sehwag, Murli Vijay or Shikhar Dhawan opening, or the other side, David Warner opening. And you know that any moment Zaheer Khan may produce a blinder, he may get David Warner with an outswinger, or Mitchell Starc may just bring that one in and Murli Vijay may get bowled. It's not the case anymore, I'm sorry. I know that's test cricket, it's still different from T20 cricket, but the fact is that is where the contest lies. And in T20 cricket, frankly, the contest is nowhere to be seen. There is nothing for the bowlers. They are completely rendered useless. And it's just a game of muscle power, a batter's game. Which is why we see everyone doing deadlifts, all the batters trying to lift so much weights and build their muscles. Because they know that at the end of the day, it's about sixes. Which is why a player as good as Virat Kohli, the best in the world, was so good this year. But then his strike rate is being discussed, right? I too felt that if you have to adjust to the modern day, you have to hit sixes. But is the very premise behind this right? It is so flawed. It doesn't respect the quality of batting you do. It just respects the quantity that you produce. Earlier, what we used to see is that home advantage was a big advantage for any side in any test series, one-day series. But what we see now, we see that India produces pitches where games get over, test matches get over in just 2 days. Why? Because they are so great turning tracks, which are often rated poor by the ICC. And it's all done just to benefit the spinners and get the match over in 2 days. We win comprehensively, but at the end of the day, what happens is that the Indian batters too aren't able to score a lot of runs because the pitch is such that the ball behaves very oddly. It turns square, it stays low at times, and the batters are not able to score runs. But since our spinners are better than the other teams, we are able to win those series. But at the end of the day, it leads to a lot of low confidence for the batters who are then tested at the World Test Championship final, which we reach due to these series. But then, due to the low confidence, they are not able to play to their potential and we lose. We lost 2 finals already. Fact is that the team is not bad. The team is the best in the world in Test cricket. I'm sure about that. But just because the IPL has been taking place for so many years and the natural wickets, the natural pitches of India have been exposed to all these foreigners, foreign players who come in the IPL, who play, they know how the pitches behave very well. So it's just an effort to give them a kind of surprise and give them rank turners, which at times does backfire. Our team has also lost a few crucial test matches due to producing these rank turners. And I believe one of them was the World Cup final as well. So I think the home advantage too has been very, very systematically and successfully spoiled. And the most important thing, you would expect a test side for India, this test playing 11, to be selected on the basis of what? First class cricket? Ranji Trophy? But is it selected on the basis of Ranji Trophy? What's it selected on the basis of? Nowadays, IPL. Yes, that's right. T20 cricket, IPL, is deciding who's going to play Test cricket for India. Isn't it amazing? A player like Sarfaraz Khan, who has been scoring a plethora of runs for seasons together, gets a debut after 3 or 4 years, while it should have happened 2-3 years back. And he's played so well. But just because he isn't a big name in the IPL, he doesn't fetch those bucks, those crores. He's not a big brand. It was natural that he would get his test debut later, right? And someone like Surya Kumar Yadav, who's the best T20 player we have, who's a superstar in the IPL, gets his test debut much before Sarfaraz Khan. That's how Indian cricket is being run. Let's celebrate! So we've successfully rendered the Ranji Trophy and the Vijay Hazare Trophy, all first-class and List A tournaments, so fantastically useless. You remember those times when we used to wait for the weekends because we could eat out, we could get food from outside? Gone are those times. The charm for outside food or some fast food, some junk food was always due to the fact that we would wait for the weekends to arrive or for that specific day to arrive when we could order something or go out to eat. But what happens if you get outside food every day? It leads to acidity. All those oils, those spices do a lot of damage to our livers, to our entire systems. But who are we to blame, right? We are enjoying it anyway. This is what has happened with cricket. Earlier, there was just a bit of cricket. Here and there were series which were watched by one and all. We used to just watch. We used to sit in front of our television sets for hours together, watch each ball, watch each bowler, how they were bowling, each fielder, each batter, the strategy. And we used to love each cricket match. Now, every day there's a cricket match. There's either the IPL going on, or there's some T20 series, or there's some series with Zimbabwe where a B team is playing, or the A team is playing, but the top players are sitting out, they are resting, and somebody's replaced them. Who knows that they've replaced them only for that series, right? Even if they score 100 in each game, they're going to get replaced by the top players again, who are going to make their way to the side. So this is the ad hoc way in which the Indian cricket system has been working. And if we are proud of it, very good. I'm sure a great future lies ahead. But if we truly feel that there's something wrong, I think that's all I'm trying to point towards. Anyway, I think enough frustration for today. Please comment your opinion. What do you feel on this? Whether you agree with me or not. If you do, please do consider sharing this as well. Because the idea is just to make everyone aware that this is how we feel as true cricket fans. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.